John, just maybe talk to us about that issue of whether this is a continuity camp or a turning over a new leaf camp in your view.
For us, it's building on what we've done over the last few months and a couple of years. So you can call it what you want, but that's what we're focusing on. We've a good body of work done. There's really good experience built into the squad. There's been some tough days. You look back over the last number of years. There's been some tough days. So there's nice resilience built into the squad, and we're gonna build on top of what we've done, and it's unbelievably exciting to have our first game. What an opportunity to go and show what we can add a little bit different or a little bit more in Marseille, packed crowd against a world-class side like France. So it's a brilliant opportunity in front of us. We need to go and make it happen. Go and let it happen. Make it happen. Make a performance happen for ourselves. So that's what we've been doing while we're here.
How do you deal with what happened at Stade de France against New Zealand, not to let it damage the confidence of the team and maybe to use it as motivation or inspiration?
It was definitely there was so much belief. There is so much belief. There was so much belief going into that game. I don't think that belief has slipped away. That belief is 100% there within the squad. You can see it in mini meetings. You can see it in unit meetings. How the players are interacting with each other. They're preparing to perform now. They're preparing to perform. The learnings that we'll take with us are really important to us. The game, fine margins, small margins. That's been said. It's not untrue. There was small margins. We need to make sure we're on the right side of those. And again, I can't keep. What an opportunity now for this squad. Andy says, "Go and make it happen." He says after the group, "Go and make it happen." There's a lot of belief within the squad, a lot of clarity, a lot of clear heads getting in there, and it's going to be difficult because huge crowd, France at home in Marseille. It's incredibly exciting. So that'll be tough, but that's the challenge now for the lads. Go and make it happen. Nice clear heads, play our game. Let's go.
As someone who coaches forwards, how big a challenge is France and this French team at the moment?
Yeah, they're a big side. They're a huge side. They're settled as well. I know they've a couple of guys missing, but they're settled as well, just like us. A lot of power in their side, a lot of weight. We talk a lot about being nice and smart and how we enter contact in our maul, in our scrum, in our line out. Been nice and clear in our heads. So weight is one thing, but we feel we're a big side, big powerful side. We've got great experience within the side. Like I said, we've come through a few years now. We've taken learnings, and this is the type of pack we want to play against. This is the arena we want to be in, and it's about the lads getting after it now. Go and make it happen.
Is this a night where Joe McCarthy steps into the fray?
We'll see. Andy's going to select a side. I think that's tomorrow. Pete, is it? Yeah. Tomorrow. So we've a squad over here, and we've trained well. Joe has gone well within Leinster, and he's an exciting prospect. But you look at James Ryan, you look at Hendy. There's a great group of second rows. We're lucky. We're lucky to have what we have right now. We've got real experience. We've got nice size and power, and we've got a bit of youth too. So that's a great mix. It pushes each other along, and that's what we want. Us developing as a squad, we need competition. We need to train at a high level, and that's what we've seen over the last couple of days. Is nice intent in training sessions, and it's not someone waiting. It's someone that's competing to get on, to get a jersey, and it's good. It's been good. Keane Healy is a guy in the front row that's come back. Ollie Yeager's a guy that's we've brought in to have a look at, and again, there's really good competition within what's happening around that pack. So it's been good. It's been good.
To follow up on Joe McCarthy, what have you seen from his development in the 12-18 months that he's been around this squad, both in terms of what he does on the pitch, but also what kind of character he's like around the team meetings. You know, does he speak up a little bit more than he used to? Is he becoming more comfortable in that environment?
Joe's a great character. He brings his energy to everything he does. He's done that from the second he's come in here, and in a gym session he's a great guy to watch and be around. And Jason Cowman has said that the group Joe's in has high energy, and there's a bit of banter, there's a bit of crack, but there's a lot of competing going on. So Joe's brought a lot of that energy with him. Every player goes through a period of they come into a side. You see him in Leinster and you see him flying off the line a few times. I think he's brought a bit of calmness to what he's doing on the back of understanding what's needed over the last year, over the last 18 months, and that's evident over the last couple of games we've seen now. So I think he's brought a little bit of that. You need to make mistakes sometimes. Some players they're right on the edge of what they do, so you need to make some mistakes and get pulled back, and you learn your way. And all the players developing an understanding of what it is we're trying to do. We're in a good spot, and Joe's in a great spot. I think at the moment he's nice and clear on what he needs to do, and he's training well.
Is everyone fit and available for selection for Friday?
Yeah, we're good. Clean bill of health, which is great. So yeah, looking forward to it.
On the side of the scrums, then in the New Zealand quarter final, there were obviously a few scrums that didn't go your way and kind of ended up being a little bit costly in the end. What have you seen when you look back over those over the last few months? What tweaks do you have to make? Yes,
sometimes it can be very small. There's definitely a few pictures we can clean up on. We don't want to show a referee or a touch judge an easy image. So with our props, we're trying to show as best possible picture we can. So nice and square in what we're doing. The one thing in the game is that a huge surge of we were the aggressors almost. There was a huge surge of power through. We had them under a fraction of pressure, and the scrums released out, and there was a little bit of a spin. So how we control weight post set is something that we've focused on. So we want to show tidy pictures to referees and ARs, and we want to work with them as best we possibly can. And this weekend is going to be tough. So Antonio's a guy, he's been around the block, and he can mess about a little bit on bind into set, fade a little bit, hit a little bit. So it's a big test for Carl Dixon. But they're the areas we're looking to make sure we're showing nice pictures, and post set we want to control where we're sending our weight, so that we're not getting walked around or we're not moving around either. You know what I mean? And
for all the work you do, like before the match, analysing the scrums of the opposition and stuff, how important is it that in the moment the players can adjust if they realise the referee isn't seeing a picture a certain way, that they can kind of change it on the hop?
I think being able to get back to neutral is unbelievably important for our front rows. We're in a space where we're unbelievably confrontational, and we're trying to fire and fight our way through something. For us to be able to get back to neutral, find a way to communicate nice and calmly, so that we can make adjustments on the run, it's incredibly important. And being able to listen and be able to be clear in our communication as well is huge for us. And again, that's something we've spoken about. And like I said, our training sessions have been very, very competitive. So we're getting opportunities for lads to have to get back to neutral, which has been good.
John, how does this environment set you and the rest of the team up for the Six Nations, and how beneficial is it?
Well, it's so different, isn't it? Like at the moment at home, there's wind blasting and there's rain, and everyone's in a positive mood. Everyone is up for training. We get to train in a nice facility. Pitch is excellent. So we're expecting 15, 16, 17, 18 degrees in Marseille, something similar. Nice tight pitch. So it's been ideal. The lads can relax when they need to, and the sun is a nice distraction. Being here is a nice distraction from the reality of the game, the stress that's always there with international rugby. But so it's been really, really good.
Finally, for me, Tom Stewart obviously involved in the squad again. I noticed you have a few words with him this morning. How impressed have you been by how he's progressed in recent years, and how big a future does he have in this Irish squad?
Look, he's got a great temperament, first and foremost, for the game. His ability to take information on, and we spoke about Joe Tom is a young player that's gaining from every interaction he has here, and you can see that. That's what I'm saying. Smart player. He's gaining from interactions with coaches and players, which means he's only going to keep improving. He's someone we're excited about.
Just one quick one, John, meant to ask, and that's about Peter stepping up as captain. Have you seen him, any change in him, or him taking on new responsibilities, or anything different from him this week with that ultimate responsibility as squad captain?
For me, Pete has been leading every squad he's been in for a long time in terms of how he manages the group during the week. He's keenly aware of the mood of the group. He always has been, and when he comes in with something, he comes in with the right words, and he's always done that. Pete has continued in the same way, and I'm
natural
captain. Natural leader. Very proud that he's an Irish captain, and it's brilliant.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, folks.
Thanks, gents.